birthday. It's your birthday. Ooh, my baby birthday coming up. Make a list, baby. Make a list. Whatever you want, just like write it down and I'll make sure I get it for you. Yup. Oh, you found your dress? Let me see. Send me a picture of it. Where the rest of it? So who you trying to be seen by? Nah, like, okay. You don't dress like that with me, but obviously you want to get picked up by somebody. So, all right. That's what you want to wear. That's what you want to wear. All right. Happy birthday, baby. Let me see your makeup. You got your makeup done? You doing too much. Like, why you got all that sparkle and shadows and all that? You don't, like, your everyday makeup is fine. Like, this ain't even you. Like, why are you doing all that? Like, that's just too much. Like, take that off. Take it off. Don't worry about what we got planned. I got reservations set up. All right, look, you just be ready on Friday. That's it. I did have the reservation. I don't know what happened. Like, I put the reservation in for Friday at 7. Like, now we just got to figure out another plan because I don't know what happened. I put the reservation in. So don't be mad at me. Like, I don't know what happened. See, I had your gifts. They was in the cart until you showed me your dress. And then I said, okay, well, she can't get a gift from one of these dudes that talked to her till she want to go out looking single. So, sorry. The gifts were in my cart. They was ready to go. But you want to be single and you want to go do you. So, do you.
Why do men always have this habit of ruining the most important day in our lives? Some narcissist men, they always have this habit of ruining the most perfect, important, their happiest day in their partner's life. Maybe like birthday, there's a big party coming up, or she's about to win something big. They just always have this habit, this spirit of making that day a bad day for her. We are not talking about how they are ruin their lives, the lives of the women in their lives. We are talking about the most important day in their lives. So have a man ruined any important day in your life? Have you been hurt, or have you been embarrassed and disgraced, feel hurt, feel disappointed by your partner simply because he ruined the most important day of your life and he knows that that particular day was important? Have you? So don't forget to like, don't forget to leave your comment in the comment section. If you are new, don't forget to subscribe. Let's dive into this video, guys.
I know I'm not the only one who's had a narcissist ruin a special occasion. Let's talk about why they do it. Narcissists ruin special occasions because they can't handle the spotlight not being on them. Birthdays, holidays, these moments aren't about them, and that's something that their ego can't stand. So they create drama, they pick fights, they conveniently forget plans. I can't count the amount of times that my ex would randomly cancel last minute. And why did they do that? To make the day about them instead of you. They might start an argument right before the event, so you're upset the whole time. They might suddenly have an emergency that demands everybody's attention, or they just might downplay or ignore the occasion altogether, leaving you hurt, confused, and at the root of it, they can't handle not being the center of attention. They need control, even if it means sabotaging moments that are supposed to be joyful, happy. But the thing is that your happiness doesn't have to depend on their behavior. Celebrate without them, and then let those actions remind you of why you deserve better.
Oh my gosh. He proceeds to stand there the whole time. There she was trying to film this beautiful, cute moment with her and her friends, and he came around and just couldn't read the room. Couldn't just let them have their moment. Just felt like, you know what would make this moment better? Me hitting on one of them. I love this comment that said, I stayed to the end of the TikTok because I didn't want to leave you guys alone with him. Bro really stood there like, where my hug at? I think he thought those girls were drunk and he was going to get a chance to get a cheap feel or to kiss somebody. He thought that they were inebriated enough that he could just take advantage. Why on earth would he ever expect you guys to stop and make that moment about him? I think it's because some men genuinely believe they are God's gift to women. So it doesn't matter if they're interrupting you and you look like you enjoy being alone, if you look like you're in a rush or a hurry, if you're enjoying a girls' night with your friends. They think that you have prayed for a man like them all your life. And so it doesn't matter if they're interrupting. They're here now. They are the prince that was promised. They're so convinced that their presence is a gift to every woman, they don't even pick up on social cues and vibes. And they can't even tell when women actually don't want them around. Nothing about their vibe said that they wanted him there, but he thinks, of course you do. I'm a man.
Ever notice how the worst fights always happen right before birthdays, holidays, or big events? It's not random. Narcissists cannot stand when the spotlight isn't on them. So right before a moment that's supposed to be yours or somebody else's, a birthday, a promotion, even a simple night out, they stir up chaos. Suddenly, you're in a huge argument with them, you're crying in the bathroom, you're too drained, too tired to even go out and celebrate. Because if you're upset, distracted, or walking on eggshells with them, the day isn't about your joy, it's about their drama. That's why holidays feel heavy, why anniversaries with them feel so tense, and why you tend to brace yourself before good things. They sabotage these happy moments to remind you, don't forget who controls the mood here. If somebody is consistently ruining your happy moments, it's not just bad timing, it's a tactic. And the best gift you can give to yourself is stop giving them that reaction because that's what they're feeding off of. Be boring, be neutral, do not let them ruin something that wasn't theirs.
That is just the best thing. Like, do not let them ruin something that does not belong to them. I am speaking from experience. I was going to have my birthday and I was so happy. I think I was going to turn 30. Yeah, I was so happy. Like, I was all over the place, And we planned to go on a dinner date, just me and him, dinner date, have fun. I was looking forward to that date. It's my 30th birthday. Come on, it's like a big thing for me. And I got a new dress, look all beautiful. And we got there. We got there to the dinner, and all of a sudden, it started. I don't know, it was just all over the place. It was like he's not in a good mood. There's something came up. Like, that was should be like happy, should be celebrated. I was the one trying to tell him, is everything okay? Are you okay? Sorry, is okay. That's life. I was trying to console him on my birthday, and all throughout that evening, he was not in a good mood. I don't know what was happening. He ruined that day for me. But it was not all ruined because as soon as the dinner was done, I found that the energy that it was giving me, I was not having it. So I just told him, okay, I want to go home. Then I left. I went to hang out with some of my friends, and my friends make my birthday the happiest day. He was about to destroy the day, but my friends came and saved the day. So the best thing I will say to you, when you want to celebrate something very important, do it with your friends. If you know your partner is going to act like that, do it with your friends, your close friends, or maybe some family members. But if you have a genuine loving partner that want to celebrate your wins with you, you can do it with him. Because I don't know what is wrong with these narcissist men. They know that day is the most happiest day of your life. They don't like it. They want to see you crying or sad. That is what they like. So if you know you have a narcissist partner, a partner that was born to ruin the most happiest day of your life, just don't celebrate it with them. Push them aside. That's the best thing to do.
I, 27 female, recently ended things with my boyfriend, Liam, 29 male, after 4 years together. We shared an apartment, a dog, and what I thought was a solid future. But since the breakup, his family and some of our mutual friends have been calling me impulsive, saying I'm throwing away a marriage track relationship over a single bad night. I'll be the judge of that. The truth is, it wasn't one night. It was 4 years of feeling like my emotions were an inconvenience to his schedule. Liam is the kind of person who is the life of the party as long as he's the narrator. He can spend hours dissecting his CrossFit PRs or the office politics at his tech firm. I was always his biggest cheerleader. But over time, I noticed a pattern. Whenever I had a win, or more importantly, a bad day, Liam would physically start looking for an exit. The breaking point happened last Tuesday. I've been working toward a senior analyst position for 18 months. I finally got the news that I landed it, along with a significant raise. I was vibrating with excitement. I called Liam and told him to meet me at our favorite steakhouse to celebrate. When we sat down, I started telling him about the feedback my boss gave me. Not even 3 minutes in, Liam interrupted me to talk about how his coworker, Dave, bought the same ergonomic keyboard he's been eyeing. I tried to pivot back to my news and he literally sighed and said, "Babe, we get it. You got the job. Can we just enjoy the dinner without making it a PowerPoint presentation?" I felt the air go out of me. I told him it hurt my feelings that he didn't seem to care about something I worked hard for. His immediate response, "Here we go.
You're being way too sensitive. It's just a title change. Don't let it go to your head and ruin the vibe."
I tried to drop it, but I was visibly quiet. 10 minutes later, he got annoyed that
I wasn't fun enough.
he called me a total buzzkill, told me that my constant need for validation was exhausting. Then he spent the rest of the dinner texting his group chat about a fantasy football trade. When we got home, I realized I couldn't do another 40 years of being told my feelings were a vibe killer. I told him I wanted to break up. He was genuinely shocked. He told me I was being hormonal and dramatic, that normal people don't end 4-year relationships over a dinner conversation. He moved out to his brother's place, but he's been sending me long emails about how I'm blindsiding him and I need therapy for my emotional instability.
She's been hormonal. Girl, I am so happy for you that you saw the light. You saw the light and run for your life, because you see that guy, he's always going to put you down. Whenever you have a big win, he's going to make it about himself. What? Huh? Girl, you did that. You did that. You run for your life, because that will not be a marriage. That will be a disaster.
A man manages to remember my birthday every single year. Every year, without fail. My best friend asked me today what I want to do for my birthday because it's in 2 months and I turned 25. And I was like, to be honest, haven't thought that much about it. Literally last year, what happened to me ruined my entire perception of birthdays because of the actions of one singular man. And in some ways, I'm like, he shouldn't ruin my joy, which I do generally agree with. But in other ways, I'm like, if that ever happened again, But there's just always something with them. There's always something. They either don't show up, story for another time, they do some stupid shit, or they break up with you.
A man that will ruin your birthday will ruin your life. Any man that will ruin any celebration of your life, any celebration of your accomplishments, because they never just stop at your birthday. When you graduate, you get a new job, they're always trying to sabotage you. They don't recognize you. They don't acknowledge you. They're always trying to sabotage your wins. He hates you, mama. I'm sorry, but he does. And hatred in men is different, baby. It's almost primal. They will destroy you. They will break your spirit. They will hurt you so bad that you end up with autoimmune diseases, baby. You need to let him go. And we be excusing these crazy men's behavior all the time. He's stressed. It's the pressure from work. He don't have no money. He just lost his job. No, he could literally deal with all of that. We have to, don't we? We got to pick up and go throughout the world with a smile on our face, don't we? We still got to show up for the kids. They asking us for chicken nuggets and we having a full-blown breakdown. But he can't get it together because the man at the job, they got mad at him. And it's probably his fault. Man, listen, some behavior you just can't accept. The signs are definitely there. Red flag, red flag, red flag, boo.
Just yesterday, a friend called me having a panic attack in her car because her boyfriend had called her an hour before and said that he loved her, all of these nice things, and that his family can't wait to meet her for Thanksgiving. An hour and a half later, and this is no exaggeration on the timeline, called her back and said that he is a high-value man and that he can do better than her, but she will never be able to do better than him, and that it's over, and then hung up before she could even say anything. I've had friends where their date will leave in the middle of the date while they're in the bathroom. I've had friends whose boyfriends will break up with them on their birthday, on days of death, on graduation, boyfriends taking other girls on their birthday trip.
This is absolutely true. I remember a couple of months ago, I made this video about this guy who was talking about how he broke up with his girlfriend while she was preparing for the Miss America pageant. He was trying to make himself sound like he was some hero in this story. The woman went on to meet another man and have a happy life, get married, to have kids and all of that. He's basically like, you know what, if I hadn't, broken her heart and, gotten out of the way, she would have never did that. So you're no hero. Like, the idea that some men think that they're doing you some favor is amazing. And also, it takes a special kind of lowlife to try to make that day, that moment about them. Why not a month before your birthday or a month after your birthday? No, they want to ruin your birthday for you forever. They want to ruin your graduation. They want to ruin the day that you get the big promotion, ruin the day you get the big job, ruin your first day, your first night in your new apartment. They want to feel the sense of importance to know they have ruined that experience for you forever. To me, that is evil. You cannot paint yourself as some kind of hero when you go out of your way to destroy one of the happiest moments of somebody else's life. When I talk about the idea of sleeping with the enemy, this is what I'm talking about. These are the kind of men that are secretly jealous of you. They don't want to see you celebrated. They want to ruin that. They don't want to buy you a birthday gift. They don't want to say that, congratulations on your big promotion. They don't want you to be the one with the big job or making all the money. They're secretly jealous of you. And to keep them from having to actually celebrate you like they should, they'd rather pick a fight with you, like, see, that's why I can't celebrate you, because we broke up.
One of the many things that I love about being single and living alone is I'm no longer having a man ruining birthdays and holidays for me. And I have 4 specific stories from 4 different boyfriends of ways they destroyed these things for me. So the first one, let's go in chronological order, was my 21st birthday. My boyfriend at the time ditched my birthday party to go to a sorority mixer, like a blind mixer, which my understanding was one of your friends sets you up with one of their friends. Like, he didn't even know who he was going for. He just knew he didn't want to be with me on my birthday. So there's that. The next one chronologically was my ex-boyfriend who I lived with for 3 years. I told him many a times that I don't like golfing. And so he got me a set of used golf clubs for Valentine's Day. That was awesome. Another one was my boyfriend took a break with me, on me, 4 days before my birthday, and then we didn't talk for a week. So we did not do my birthday together, nor did I get a happy birthday, not even a text. And then lastly, my last ex broke up with me on a Monday night in his car in my apartment complex parking lot. And I had just dropped off my parents at the airport to go back home. And I also, that next morning at 8 a.m. was starting a brand new full-time job. So I really love being single and living alone.
I just saw this girl's video about how men will ruin the most important days of your life, and I wholeheartedly agree. So let's take it back to my white coat ceremony and my graduation. At my white coat ceremony, I was dating this guy for a couple years, and I thought I was going to marry him. It turns out that he was cheating on me at my white coat ceremony, amongst many other times. But at my white coat ceremony, next to my mother and father, he was texting other women about how he would rather be with them than at my white coat ceremony. This is like one of the biggest days of my life at this point. Anyway, so white coat ceremony ruined by a man. And then my graduation, different boyfriend at this time. And this one hurts a little bit more just because this one knew what I had been through. My dad had passed away during pharmacy school. My mom got breast cancer, knew about the white coat ceremony situation. And it wasn't necessarily about what he did do. It was about what he didn't do. Like, just did not care that I was graduating. No flowers, no card, like just showed up, but wasn't really there. And I think that hurt more because I was so excited about this and I wanted to share this experience with this person that I thought I was going to marry. And he just was so uninterested. And it was also really shocking because he was a physical therapist. So he knew what it was like to go through such rigorous schooling and like come out on the other end. But yeah, so my white coat ceremony and my graduation were ruined by men. Looking back though, I am very thankful for those experiences because it really lit a fire under me in the sense that I am so selective in who I allow into my life. And I only select positive people to be around me at this point. So honestly, a lesson learned. But yeah, a man that does not like you will show you that he does not like you and does not care about you. And it took way too long for me to realize that.
I saw this girl's TikTok about how men will ruin the most important times in your life. So I'm going to share my story. This was 2 years ago when I was interviewing for PA school, my second year doing so. So this was like really, really crucial. I was living with my ex at the time and we had 2 rooms in the house. The second room was used for like his games or whatever. And I had like a little desk in there. So that's where I was going to be doing the interview at. I let my ex know the day of the interview, where I was going to be doing it and my preferences. And my preferences were not to even be there. I didn't want him to be there. I didn't want him to come to the room. I didn't want him to make noise. I didn't want him to do anything. That was all I wanted. But lo and behold, while I am in the middle of my interview, suit on, tight, I hear a noise in the back. As I'm in the middle of my interview, we're like in the group session parts, we're all like talking amongst each other. I see this man open the door and walk behind me because I can see him walking in my camera. Like everybody else, I can see him walking. And he grabs something off the desk, which I later found out to be weed. This man comes in behind my PA school interview to grab weed from off of his desk, and he leaves. I'm like pissed at this point because not only did he know what was going on in there, he could hear it, but there was a do not enter sign on the door that I made all by myself on a paper towel, taped it up on the door, and I said, do not come in the room. I texted him, I'm like, what are you doing? Like, why did you come in the room? You know I'm doing my interview. And he responds, he says, it's not that serious. I just had to grab something off the desk. As soon as he says that, you know, I'm like, I'll just deal with this later. Like, I have to focus on what I'm doing. So time goes by, time being like 5 minutes, and I'm in the middle of like my real interview with the person interviewing me. And what do I hear behind me? It's that door opening again. And I see my ex coming into the room, walking behind me again, while I'm doing my interview, trying to stay focused, answering my questions, to come grab something else off the desk. At this point, I'm like, is this man trying to sabotage me? Like, why does he keep coming in here? Like, I already texted him, I was like, can you chill out? And he did it again. As I'm doing my interview, I'm literally like trying to hold back tears because I'm so like angry about what he's doing, and I can't even really stay focused. When I thought things couldn't get any worse, I hear the shower turn on. Okay, the shower turns on. Still doing my interview, shower turns on. There's 2 bathrooms in the house. He's using the only bathroom that's connected to the room I'm in, but okay, that's fine. The shower's on. Then I hear this loud bass coming from the bathroom. This loud music coming from the bathroom that is so loud, it feels like it's in the same room as me. And I know if I can hear it, the interview person can hear it. So at this point, I just have to apologize. Like, I'm like, I am so sorry about that music in the back. And I just keep trying to like push through the interview. The interview goes fine, I guess. And I just close that laptop and I just start crying. I'm like, I just can't believe that this happened to me. Like, I know for sure I'm not going to get into this school now. Like, it's ruined and he ruined it. And I couldn't even go like fuss at him because he had left at this point. I would like to add that at this point, I open the door. My little do not enter sign is on the ground. When I taped up earlier, it's just on the ground. Yeah. I say all to say that men will try to ruin the best days of your life, but it's okay because I did get into PA school. Thank God, thank God. But that was a really hard time for me.
So I have a question, and my question goes to the men. Men, not all men. Some men, why do you guys always like to ruin the most important day of your partner's life? What does it give you? Does it give you happiness? Seeing you trying to destroy a day so planned by your partner, somebody that you call your partner, somebody that you claim you love, somebody that you both share the same bed. Why is it so easy for you to hurt them on the days that is so important in their life? How can somebody be having an interview? You know she's having a very, very important interview which she told you, and you just mess it up for her. But hey, thank God everything worked out well for her. I'm so happy that she got everything fine. I'm proud of her for that. But ladies, like I said, do not allow any man to ruin your happiness. Do not allow any man to ruin the most important day of your life. If you see that this man is going to ruin that day, do not tell him. Just ghost him. Go to somewhere you know you can do it better. Don't share your happy days with them, because by the time you let them know this particular day is going to be this, is going to be that, you are planning the day, you know, doing something, trying to be happy, preparing for that day. That is how they are also planning to sabotage that day. You understand? So ladies, that is all for this video. I just hope we learn one or two that men, not all men, I don't want to be biased, some men will actually go out of their way to ruin the most happiest, the most important day of your life. Anyway guys, don't forget to leave your comment in the comment section to tell us what days that a man has ruined in your life. That is what I want to hear. And also don't forget to like. If you are new, don't forget to subscribe. I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye y'all.